Hello, I am Oyiza Adaba. We are coming to you from Consumer Reports headquarters in Yonkers, New York. Come with me as we take you in to explore this 87-year-old agency that has the consumers at its very core. Yonkers, New York, is approximately 30 minutes drive from Midtown Manhattan. It is the hometown of Denzel Washington and Consumer Reports, an 87-year-old independent nonprofit organization in the United States that has a long history of working to advance truth, transparency, and fairness in the marketplace. With its independent, event-based research and testing facilities, Consumer Reports empowers and informs consumers, incentivizes corporations to act responsibly, and help policymakers prioritize the rights and interests of consumers in order to shape a consumer-driven marketplace.
I thought, we have some common goals, right? You are very curious about the US marketplace, and we are both very curious about American consumers and their behavior. And I think what drives both of that in terms of our collective mission is that we really strive to be a trusted source that people can rely on. And what we've had to do is earn that trust over close to 90 years that we've been doing what we do. And the way we earn that trust is that we are independent. And what that means is that we are a nonprofit. And while 90% of our revenue is earned, it gets poured back into our social enterprise to do that work that we do. I think we are more relevant now than we've ever been, even though the marketplace is very competitive and most of those ads, as you know, are free. And so we have to tell our story in a bolder and bigger way in a marketplace that has become very opaque and sometimes dangerous for consumers. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about us. If I had to encapsulate what we do, we're really about trying and working hard with consumers to create a marketplace that is safe and that is fair for all consumers.
The briefers who joined Mr. Ledo were Lillian Kayizi, the Vice President of Research, Testing and Insights.
Nobody does testing like we do at Consumer Reports. We really are unique in that way. And we do this rigorous testing to deliver insights and data that can help and enable consumers to really make those purchasing decisions, influence businesses in how they are improving their products, and also strengthen their norms, rules, and standards across for the consumers. Of course, when it comes to testing, most of our product testing does happen here at Consumer Reports. We have a team of more than 130 researchers, engineers, and scientists that do evaluate and rate those products. So evidence and data are at the core of what we do test here. While many of our testing programs have been around for quite some time, for decades, for some of these. Like Marta mentioned, we really are continuously innovating and looking at the ways consumers are interacting with products or they're adopting the new technologies, and we end up modifying our testing to really make sure that we are getting to those experiences that they have.
Jake Fisher is a senior director for auto testing who also gave insights to the 327-acre site, which is the largest independent automotive site devoted to consumer interests.
But really why we're here is we're changing the market. We're trying to change the market in favor of the consumer. And we do that with ratings because we direct people to the cars that are better. And it's not just better that Jake likes to drive it around the track. We're really unique because we actually talk about things that are really important to consumers: safety, reliability. And reliability isn't the cars that we test. Every car that we test here, we purchase anonymously, we put it through 50 tests, we break it in properly, we do all those things. That is definitely unique about us. But that's not the whole thing. The whole thing is, how long will this car last for me? Will it be in the shop all the time? It's going to cost me a lot. And we do that too, and we do that through survey. So we have huge amounts of member surveys that are really active. They tell us their experiences. And we have, this last survey, we have 300,000 vehicles telling us about
Reporters
reliability
also
from those
had the
cars.
opportunity to tour the testing sites that houses over 60 state-of-the-art labs with over 130 researchers, scientists, engineers, and testing experts. In the coming fiscal year, Consumer Report is expected to spend more than $30 million to test, rate, and review over 9,000 products and services.
We'll be looking for things like sharpness with this resolution chart over here, helping us to determine that, and also color accuracy, which this color checker chart on the left here helps us determine. And we also look at this mannequin's face to see how well it shows up. And then we're going to vary the lighting conditions when we're capturing these images. So we'll capture one, for example, in full daylight. For example, we'll also turn on this backlight and then off the daylight and see how well the video doorbell can handle these changes, whether the face, for example, is obscured because of all of this light from the back and things like that. And we also do it in full darkness to see how well it handles the low light conditions. That's a brief overview of the image quality. Then we also do a quick responsiveness test to see how long it takes from the time we press the doorbell until we get a notification on the mobile device.
On a global level, the agency operates alongside several partners for information exchange. The question now is, how does your country's consumer protection agency function? And do they live up to their name of protecting the consumer? Oyiza Adaba reporting.